Dropped a sign again. Forgot to carry over. Skipped the intermediate steps. Calculation errors are often dismissed as mere inattention, but they actually occur at cognitive system bottlenecks, where working memory, attention control, processing speed, and anxiety intertwine. Working memory is the power to temporarily hold and manipulate information. Mental arithmetic requires keeping intermediate results in your head, synchronizing column positions and procedures in long-written calculations, and mapping word problems into equations, all heavily taxing working memory. When capacity has room, everything finishes smoothly. But when load exceeds the threshold, errors cascade. Mistakes aren't sloppiness, they're signs of design limits. The true nature of careless mistakes is the brain's work table limit. Calculation errors are frequently dismissed as lack of attention or poor concentration. However, educational psychology and cognitive science research reveals that most calculation errors stem from working memory limitations. Working memory is the ability to temporarily hold necessary information while operating on it to advance through tasks. Think of it as a work table inside the brain. The wider this table, the more information can be arranged and processed at once. However, the table's surface area has limits. When the table fills up, information spills over, resulting in overlooked signs and misplaced digits. According to the multi-component model proposed by Baddeley and Hitch in 1974, working memory has the central executive, controlling everything, with the phonological loop and visuospatial sketchpad beneath it. In calculation tasks, the phonological loop holds numbers. The visuospatial sketchpad manages digits and positions, and the central executive handles procedure and strategy selection. Calculation errors tend to occur when any of these three becomes overloaded. Working memory during calculation depends mainly on three functions. First is maintenance, the ability to keep intermediate calculation results and next needed numbers in your head. For example, in mental arithmetic of 37 plus 48, temporarily remembering 85 and proceeding to the next addition. Second is updating the ability to replace old information with new. For instance, adding 29 to 85 and rewriting to 114. Third is inhibition, the ability to block unnecessary information or incorrect cues, such as ignoring past wrong answers or misread digits, and concentrating only on correct values. When these three work in balance, calculations proceed accurately. However, when any collapses, errors like dropped signs, digit shifts, and skipped intermediate steps appear. Working memory has limited capacity, so the longer procedures become, the higher the load spikes. Particularly dangerous cases include multi-digit written calculations with multiple carries or borrows requiring simultaneous position, alignment, and calculation management. Fraction calculations with hierarchically structured steps, like finding common denominators, then adding or subtracting, then reducing, and word problems, requiring multiple representational transformations from Japanese to quantitative models to equations. According to Sweller's cognitive load theory from 1988, learning and task-related load divides into intrinsic load, extraneous load, and germane load. Most calculation errors can be improved by reducing extraneous load, unnecessary information, or procedural complexity. Working memory capacity appears fixed, but increased processing speed enables more effective capacity utilization. For example, children with automated multiplication tables and basic four-operation procedures can instantly perform intermediate calculations, reducing working memory load. Conversely, when basic facts aren't automated, working memory gets consumed by basic calculations themselves, leaving insufficient resources for higher-level problem-solving. Math anxiety refers to tension, fear, and self-negative emotions felt in situations involving mathematics or calculation. This isn't mere dislike, but a state accompanied by physiological responses, like increased heart rate and sweaty palms, plus cognitive responses like confused thinking and mental blanks. Domestic and international surveys show 20 to 30% of elementary and junior high students experience some math anxiety. Research by Ashcraft and Kirk in 2001 showed people with high math anxiety have significantly smaller working memory capacity during calculation compared to those with low anxiety. The reason is simple. Anxiety generates worry-related thoughts in the head like, what if I make a mistake? Or maybe I won't have enough time. And these occupy working memory workspace. In other words, the calculation itself isn't difficult. But anxiety eats up working memory's available capacity, preventing full processing power from being demonstrated. Psychologically, calculation under math anxiety resembles a dual task state. In addition to one task of calculation, another task of anxiety monitoring proceeds simultaneously, splitting working memory. Externalization means moving information held and operated in the head onto paper or tools, transferring part of working memory outside, rather than relying solely on mental arithmetic. Using intermediate steps, auxiliary lines, diagrams, and color coding can expand the brain's work table space. The purpose of externalization in calculation is threefold. Reducing retention load by leaving intermediate results on paper to prevent forgetting, providing visual cues to process positions and sequences without confusion, and promoting error detection by making contradictions easier to notice visually. Learning strategies optimize working memory usage. Sequencing means deciding what to do in what order before solving. This eliminates the need to wonder about the next move during calculation. Reducing working memory load. For example, a sequencing template for fraction addition and subtraction with common denominators. Find the common multiple, convert to common denominators, perform addition or subtraction, then reduce, executing this procedure in the same order every time. Eliminates the confusion of where am I now and lowers error rates. Calculation errors aren't personality problems or talent issues, they're design problems. By understanding brain mechanisms and making them your ally, you can design your desired improvement. The power to reduce errors already exists within you. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button if you found this helpful.